Alright, today we learn how to change tubes. Cope with the distance. Business advices from a CEO on how to start your business from daily life events. Click like and subscribe to promote this video and channel. So this morning I was singing as always, but I warmed up my equipment because it's tube based. The MC1A from TubeTech is my Channelstrip, all made of 7 tubes. And this morning, for the first time after 6 months of use, there's like no power at all. Something is missing. I've checked all my equipment and everything seems to work accordingly. I've switched to my old equipment as a backup and it works well. I'm recording right now with my old equipment. So it seems that my Channelstrip has lost a tube, and the reason is because I forgot to turn off the phantom power yesterday. So I powered on my TubeTech MMC1A this morning and the phantom power was on. So maybe the electricity was attacking the tubes as they were cold. So we'll see how it goes. First time of my life I changed tubes, so we'll see if it's visibly possible to check a tube. And we'll try to change that through this video. First time. I'm a newbie in that, although I'm not afraid of technology at all. So we'll see how it goes. 5 screws. It's not that difficult so far, very pleasant to do. I like TubeTech, as you can tell in my other videos. I think it's a great company. For audio, they're really pushing the limits to the max. So I remove the top of the Channelstrip. Woohoo! Now you can see, I really like this inside view. You can see that everything, the circuits are really short, everything is organized, and it's a very good quality, so I'm really impressed. Now I have to check if one tube is visibly impaired. So far, not. That means that I would need a machine. One thing to note here, there's 7 tubes, and in the manual there's 6 tubes. There's supposed to be 6 tubes and there's 7, so I'm happy. There's more. But I don't even know which model I would need. Is it written? Yes, it's written. V6EECA3. That's the model. EECA2. EECA1. EECA3. AACA1. EECA1. EECA1. So 4 EECA1. 2 EECA3 and 1 EEC2 EECA2 A2. So how does this work? I'm curious if it's can be removed easily. Not easily. It's not easy to remove. Okay, this one comes out. So there's like porcelain sockles, base. I cannot tell if it's a good or a bad tube. I need therefore a machine. So this morning I'll be shopping for a machine. Hopefully it's not expensive. Part of the adventure of having tubes and going for the tube sound is having to change them, and before that to see if they have problems. So I think that's what happens right now with my Tube Tech machine. So I'm so impressed by how fast it got here. Vasquez Vintage. Really impressed by the service. I purchased a Vintage NRI Professional. So let's see how it looks. I can definitely testify on the value of solid state equipment right now. It's so easy compared to all the process and the problems of tubes. But I must say that the tube sound is really different. Happy holidays! Vasquez Vintage. Very nice. Thank you so much. It's all wrapped up. Whew. Delicately. It's an old machine. It's a vintage one. The leather strap is very old. I won't test it. So it looks like this. Nice. The instructions are here. That when it smells old. It smells like my elementary school's equipment. There's many buttons. I'm just curious to see if the one that I use is there. I think this is the one. Hopefully. I think this is the one. There was no way for me to know how to find the right tubes for the right machine to test it. I didn't know how to do that, so I just bought one. It was $300. It could be resell, but it sounds good. So nice. The monitoring is easy. It's either bad, average, wondering, or good. So we'll know. I look forward to try that. Nice plan for Christmas time. So I have found the bad tube, but this is how it looks inside. It's super well organized. It's clean. There's air. It can breathe. Now this one I will remove. Slowly by slow rotations without touching it. I don't want to put oil on it, so even if it's, I don't know why I do that. It's going to trash. All right, but I use it for the other one. So how did I find the right one? Well, I had to take them one by one and test them, and I had to order a machine for that. There's not much machines for that, so I found one. It looks like this. And it smells old, and it breaks if you maneuver like this. All right, how do I fix that? Yay! And there's a bunch of manuals. So I had to first look at the manual, scan them, because I don't want to break them. It's very old paper. Then I read the scans, made a synthesis of it while I did it the first time, but I had to do it to go through the process 7 times. It was pretty long, and you have to learn all this, and there's 14 steps you have to go through. So it took me a half a day to go through my 7 tubes and to learn about that machine. It's pretty straightforward if you just concentrate, but it's still a half day. Then I had to order the tubes and wait for the tubes, so it took another week or 2. So that's called maintenance, and it's part of business. We have to be zen about it. It's important to do it well. While you have all the pressure of the other things, sometimes we let maintenance go down a bit, and we must not. So for this, I didn't wait. The second I saw that the tube might be a problem, I ordered a machine to test. Then I had to wait 2 weeks because of the border. There's a delay there, and I had to wait another 2 weeks for my tubes, and I had to test the tubes, which took a half day. So a lot of effort for tubes. It's gonna be my first time I replace a tube. So I just received the box. I ordered very good tubes. I wanted to see what's the full potential of my machine. So as I looked for tubes, I looked at the tubes that I got, and some of them were $12 and the other ones were 30 bucks US dollars. So I found more expensive ones. So we'll see if it really makes a difference in sound. I still remember, I have tracks, I can remember the sound. I see a clear difference right now between my Tube Tech Channelstrip and the Warm Audio compressor and an amplifier here. Now, so let's open the box. I ordered just one set, and my plan is this. I will fully replace the tubes, even if they're good, because they're good, but they're of the same quality, and they're all the same. So I will keep them as a backup, and I will use the new ones all over. And according to my budget, I might use these to replace the ones that don't fit. But it's still it would be maybe a problem for the sound, because it's always the weakest link of your chain that makes your chain straight. So anyway, I really like the guy I purchased these tubes from. He called me and we talked. It was nice. He wanted to know what I would do with the tubes. Tubes are rare. Tubes are in limited quantities. So you don't sell them easily, especially the good ones. Let's put that one. Yeah, there's foam all over to protect the tubes, and it looks like this. So I ordered one more. So I have here, my god, it's small. Nice. Let's open this. Whew. Am I ready to do that? I must. I must remove all the good ones first. Telefunken. Box 001. It's like I'm super emotional right now. It's super rare and it's limited. Okay, I'll remove. But there's codes on it, so maybe I can find the same code. 12AU7A. 12AX7. Okay, I'm looking for a 12AU7. AU7. Nothing is really written on the box, so I have to look at the tube. I'm getting less emotional. Oh yeah. This is, oh, 82, nice. By Siemens. Yeah, I have a ECC 83 here, and ECC 83 is AX7. Okay, that's another one, and that's the AX7, 12AX7. So let's go. It says Telefunken on the box. Is it a Telefunken? Written by hand on the box. Wow. I don't know if it's a Telefunken, but the quality is made in West Germany. Well, the quality is incredible. They're smaller. The good ones are smaller. They're all smaller. And the details are incredible. Like, I can't believe it's handmade. It looks like a microbian city. I really hope to see a difference. If it's many times the price, like in some case 20 times the price, does it make a difference? And a sensible difference. So when would you use the lower quality tubes? When there's always the golden triangle: quality, price, and time. And when you're in a hurry and you have no other option, or you don't have the budget, then you can go for the lower end solution, because you have to deliver. A deadline is a deadline. The deadline says it dead with a line. You cross it or not. It's a on or off thing. It's very rare that a deadline doesn't mean what it means. So people are polite, but yeah, it affects things. It affects business when you're late, that's for sure. Big time. Alright, let's finish the job. Can't wait to try it, and in no way I hope I will forget to preheat my channel strip, because if you don't preheat tubes, they burn, and it's costly and timely. So the whole experience of maintenance of this tube machine, and many people argue, should you go solid state transistors or tubes? Well, people always say, if you go for solid state, you don't have the maintenance. Well, the maintenance is 1 month of work, of you losing the machine for the first time. Next time it will go faster. And I have backup, so I can still use the machine, but it's gonna affect the quality. So it's up and downs with this, but the ups are really cool, I must say. My experience with a solid state so far is different, but I don't say it's bad. I think it's really good. A lot of good people say it's good. Now let's compare the sound and see how it sounds with good quality. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Oh. Allô, allô, ah. 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 Whoa. The sound stage is completely different. I feel that the tubes are still not old enough, not warmed enough. Well, they're warmed enough, but they're not. They need some, I think, 100 hours of use before to really at their summit. But still, it's very impressive, the soundstage. It's how would I describe that? I would describe that as more defined, more profound, more warm, more 3D. The previous tubes gave me an impression of thinness compared to this. Way. I really like the sound. So there's always in every market and in every economic cycle room for quality. In fact, if you can reach the niche of high quality in your service or product, you'll be okay with demand. There's always demand. It's acyclic. So it doesn't follow the economic cycle. So in a recession, there's still demand. And in high times, there's still demand too. So why I do this? I say this because I went for the tube approach, which is a quest for the quality of the sound. Of course, there's more cost, there's more delay for maintenance, and there's more steps and work, but it improves the quality of the golden triangle we've talked in other episodes. So maintenance appears to be boring or appears to be unnecessary sometimes, but it's definitely a moment to be really conscious and cautious to have like the best impact, because that will last long afterwards.